Hey, congregation, we got a hot topic for you. Okay, I
Mm,
know y'all been paying attention to the news. People have been talking about this. Are we losing our First Amendment rights? Okay, freedom of
mm,
speech. I'm talking about because, the unfortunate incident, the assassination of Charlie Kirk. People have been going on social media platforms and they've been expressing their views on the incident. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
some
yeah.
people been losing their jobs, some people been reprimanded. Is that right to just say your views, especially when you're not at your place of business, you're not in a uniform stating the business name or logo. So,
Mhm.
is that right? What are your thoughts?
Well, the craziest thing about that, which is interesting, you know how when we was in the military and
Mhm.
we couldn't go out and promote anything, especially in
Right,
uniform, just like you said.
right.
We couldn't go out there and promote our political views or anything because we're a representation of the military.
Yes.
And if we're a representation of the military, what does that mean? That means that my view may be the view of the military, the army, the navy, whatever, right? So that's why you're trying to, steer clear from those type things. So we did some of our First Amendment rights were shackled. You know what I'm saying? Like we couldn't say what we want to
Right.
say when we want to say it and how we want to say it, right? Because
Mhm.
we're a part of a government entity, right? So now, when you look at the whole situation with this First Amendment, I know a lot of people saying we're losing these rights, right? I say, yes, we can still talk. Everybody can still talk, and you can say whatever you want to say, but you have to deal with the consequences of what you say. Sometimes,
Hey.
sometimes people say things that get people fired. You say the whole Jimmy Kimmel and got reinstated, got fired, brought him back, whatever, right? But that's on that business if they wanted him, they didn't like what he said or whatever. You know, if you had your own platform and you didn't like what they said, would you go ahead and let them go? Would you do that? Would you censor them because you don't agree with it? It's my platform. This is my business. Now, other people will say, "Oh, that was pressure from the federal government, the FCC, and all this other stuff. That's pressure from them. They may get fined. They may get shut down. Whatever." Well, we got to have some kind of regulation because if you don't have any regulation, then people will say and do any and everything. You
Okay,
know
okay.
that.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
true.
that.
That's true. That's true. But this
Oh,
has
here's the
to
but.
be a
Here's the but.
first. No, no, this has to be a first, though. I mean,
No,
I'm down
no,
for
I
no.
disagree with
Wait, 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 wait. I didn't
I
interrupt
disagree
you,
with it first.
but look, look, look. This has to be to me a first where, regardless of how you feel about the situation, how you
Mhm.
feel, okay, having someone lose their job or we're gonna fire you. Now, let's just say this, okay? If you're on a big platform, whereas, okay, say ESPN, Disney, we done seen people co-hosts say a lot of different things, and then they'll say, okay, we suspended this person for a
Yep.
time limit.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's usually when they're on the air, but not when they're in the confines of their homes or somewhere else making another statement.
I
Now,
disagree with that. I
look, look,
disagree
look.
with
Okay, but look, look,
that.
look.
I
I'm thinking
disagree
of
with that,
one.
brother.
Yeah, but look, look,
Go ahead,
look.
though.
Wait. If you're
Go.
representing that entity, okay, we can go to when Paul Pierce was let go, when he was
Mhm.
at that party.
Example.
Okay, they did. Okay, he represented them. Okay, yes, they did
He
let him go.
represented them, but not in the hotel room where he was.
Yeah, but shout out to you, Paul Pierce. That was messed up,
Yeah.
but it looked like you on a
Yeah.
big comeback, brother.
Yeah.
But as far as us, just regular people, regular old
Regular
regular
people, regular
people.
jobs, bro.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
You can still can
Okay,
lose your job.
I work at Walmart or somewhere, and I have my views on the Charlie Kirk situation. Brought
Mhm.
it out, and people started losing their jobs and
Mhm.
different things of that nature. But
Mhm.
I don't think, even in this instance, that people that's not having that uniform on should be fired, should be let go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I get
Why?
you. I get you.
Why? That is taking
I'm about to
away
tell you.
just their freedom of speech, freedom of
Nope.
expression. That's not right.
It's
Because
not taken away though, bro. It's not.
well,
How is it
they
taking it
saying
away?
okay, no, okay, it's not taken away. I see I see what you're saying. It's not taken away because they said it. But now
Yes.
you say they deal with the consequences. Are the
Yes.
consequences just a different question then? Family, thank you, Kane.
Mhm.
Is it right? Is it right for them to say, okay, you're no longer with us?
Yes.
We can no, it's not. I don't
Yes,
think I
it's right.
think by no way that it's
Yes,
right
it's right.
in this
If
instance
I got
because not a,
if
okay,
I look,
go ahead,
let's
Kay.
bring it
Go
down to
ahead.
our level. Let's bring it down.
Okay,
Crimson
go
Bros
ahead.
Network. If we had
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
that worked for us and they
Mhm,
start spewing some craziness,
mhm.
stuff that we didn't agree with, it is our right to go ahead and let them go. Because I don't want that associated with Crimson Bros Network. That's just how it goes. I don't care that they can leave our let's say if it was a cameraman, you got to go, bro. I see what you're doing, and I don't go for that. It is no different, bro. No different. Years back, well, it's still probably going on today. Cancel
What's that?
culture. Cancel
Oh, that's
culture.
what this is. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the same exact thing. People can't say what they want to say because they may lose the job. That's why you have all these ethical clauses and things like that in their agreements with whatever the business is. Right? You can't just go out there and go willy-nilly and do whatever you want to do. Because think about this. If there's probably an ethical clause for a school teacher to not be on OnlyFans.
Right. Oh, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Think
yeah,
about
yeah.
that.
This is not
Think about that.
yeah, but
Think
no,
about
yeah.
that.
I
So
got
why
that.
she can't
To
do
me,
her
it's
own
totally
thing on
different.
her own time?
To me, that's totally different.
No,
To me,
that's the
that's so
same
totally
exact
different.
thing.
No, I'm not saying being on OnlyFans. No. And no, no, no. Just saying, okay, whether you're for
Or
it,
say
right? 'Cause-
something that's racist. You can't say
right.
something racist and then pop up at school and start to teach kids. Oh, I heard you on a podcast talking about racist stuff. I thought that offended me. It offended some of the parents. What's the
Right.
difference? It's the same
Whether
exact thing.
look, I don't think so. I just
Consequences.
don't think so. I just don't think so. And I see what you're saying on that, but just to say, okay, we don't celebrate anyone's demise, death, or things of that nature here. But to say, okay, you know, he was for Second Amendment like gun rights, and we are too. But
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think he
yeah.
made a statement somewhat to the effect that some people are going to lose their lives, going to have to lose their lives
Yeah,
to
yeah. I get
maintain
all that.
this, and then
What does that got to do with
and
anything?
then, but keep because people were quoting that and then saying, okay, this is what happened to him. And some of those same people, okay, man, they let him go. They let him go. As far as they was told they're not employed. Whether they're on the federal level, uh, I think a couple of people from the Pentagon, who showed their views,
Mhm.
not from the
That's why you
Pentagon.
don't say that. That's why you don't say
I
that.
know. Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah.
say
I
you
know.
you you you
But
are
that's not a
restricted.
going against the government. Who is it that's going to determine? Okay, because not a government official and different things. Who's going to
Mhm,
determine? Okay, what you stated is wrong, and that is for termination. When I'm not saying anything wrong for the business,
mhm,
wrong against America, or
mhm.
things of that nature. But now, who's going to be the determining factor? Or are they going to go along and get along? Okay, since the president don't like, we can say this. Since the president don't like anybody saying anything uh towards, let's just say Charlie Kirk, in a negative light, fire them all. That's almost saying that's where you get the handicap where, okay, we can't even express our views. So is that First Amendment right going away? You say no, because you can always say what you want to say, but
Okay.
the circumstances, I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to lose my
This is the
livelihood,
craziest thing. This is the craziest thing. We also got to be not naive to the fact that sometimes people say things,
Uh-huh.
but it's really not true because it's a feeling. I don't know if you've experienced this, but some people's express their feelings thinking, oh, they fired me because I said such and such.
Yeah.
When all actuality, you were doing horrible anyway. Sometimes that happens. So we can't be ignorant to the fact that it doesn't happen. You got to take some of these instances, like you said, there was an instance of this, there was an instance, you have no names, no anything. But that's what people have been saying. That's the echo chamber that people have been saying is like, and it sounds realistic, like, man, it don't sound too far-fetched, so I'm gonna believe it. But everything that we hear from the media and other sources is not always correct. And a lot of times people glaze and make the story embellish it a little bit.
Right.
You agree with me that people embellish stories?
Oh,
to
well,
make it
I
sound a
agree
little
with
bit
you. I
better?
agree with you on that. You have to look at a
You're acting
couple of
like that
different.
they was doing everything perfectly, and they said one thing and now they're fired. That's what we're assuming that went on. Can we prove it? Probably not. We would have to interview the person, and we have to actually see where the documentation saying you were let go because of whatever.
Hey, well, okay. Look, and that's what you said. Okay, I agree with you on that instance right there. But I will say this in a long time. I just say in a long time. I just can't see where this magnitude of Charlie Kirk, the whole matter, where, and for let's say 2 weeks, it was a very, very hot topic as far as, you say something wrong, the government gets involved. And whether it's pressure, whether we used to mention Jimmy Kimmel, we don't know. Was his rates going down that low for him to be taken off the air? Don't know.
Could be.
Don't
Could
know.
be.
See, it could be, but we
Yeah.
don't know. He was
So
doing his
you're
little
assuming that
thing.
he was just doing great numbers and they got rid of him just like that. You assuming
Well,
it.
we know that after he made his statement, supposedly
He was suspended for a few days. I get it.
yes, and then let go. Yeah,
No, he ain't let go. He's back on.
but I know back
Yeah, so
reinstated.
he
You
was just
already mentioned that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So he's back
but
on. He was just suspended for a few days for them to
I
figure out.
I think it's a dangerous president, sir. President to say, we're in America. We can say whatever we want to say. That's one of the most beautiful things about this country that people die for to try to come over here. But I will say this. I will go with you on that. Saying whatever you want to say, you are able to do that.
Yes,
It could be some consequences that you don't like, and it'll
I
be
agree.
up to that individual to accept those consequences.
Yes.
And you might have to fight your way back. If you get lost, let go from a job, and then as court, are you going to be able to, you know, have someone behind you in your defense to help you in those things? So we just got to be mindful of what we say, but I think it's a dangerous
It does.
president, brother.
No. So the thing is, and just like you said, you have to deal with your consequences. Well, some people don't feel like they need to because First Amendment, they're taking away our rights. But you can't go into a airport and yell bomb.
Oh yeah.
Come on, do it.
Right.
You can't do it. Yes, you can do it. You sure can.
Yeah.
You can go in there and do it and just see what happens.
I don't
Suffer with the consequences. Or
yes.
you can't go somewhere. Let's say you go to
the old adage, movie theater and yell fire. You can't do that.
You can't do that. You can't do that. But I'm just saying, spewing threats. You can't do it. Any threat to somebody else's life, you can't just do that. You know what I'm saying? You have to suffer with the consequences. If somebody send you on the street, they threaten your life, all they're doing is talking, freedom of speech, right? I can say whatever I want to say to you. And then you end up beating them up for what they're saying because they threaten you. You felt threatened. So they had to suffer with the consequences, right?
All right.
The consequences, you got beat up for running your mouth. Right?
Oh yeah.
So that's what I said. We can speak all day. You can say what you want to say. But we've been censored a whole lot. Even YouTube. YouTube, we love you. But however, y'all
Oh,
censor us. Y'all censor
you better
us.
watch it. You better watch it.
Y'all might not even see this video just because of me saying that. Because they're like, oh, I don't want him to say that, so I'm gonna censor him. Because remember, that's why we say unalive. We can't say certain words unless we're a news media. They can say whatever they want to say. But podcasts, y'all can't do that. Y'all can't do that. Y'all small channels, y'all can't say them words. They're flagged. You see?
Oh yeah.
So yes, it's freedom of speech, but there is a consequence. There is a consequence.
So we got to watch out.
Yeah, you do. You do. Family, friends, those of you who listen to us, pay attention to us. I know I say some things that ruffle people's feathers, but all I do is a lot of times just ask questions. I push the button a little bit, but I just ask questions. People assume my beliefs because I ask a question in a different way. Maybe that's why people don't watch us as much. Maybe they feel like I'm this bad person, but hey, I have to suffer with the consequence of that. I have to. So I would like to know what y'all think about the First Amendment. Do you think your rights are being taken away? In the comments, do you think so? Because of what recently happened with Kimmel and Charlie Kirk? Do you think because they said something? Because with Charlie Kirk, his demise is because of his beliefs.
True.
It was opposite of another person. That's crazy to me. Just because we don't agree, don't mean I need to be 6 feet deep.
Right.
Do I?
No.
No.
Come on.
No. But everybody got to say something about, racist and this and that or whatever. But whatever his beliefs may be, but did he deserve it? If you're going to say that, then do you deserve some of the things that you say? Because some of the things that you say, family, is bad. It may not be out in public. But do you think you need to be able to be taken down for that same thing? Because of your beliefs? Sometimes you bite your tongue and not say anything. But it's your belief. And you trust the person that you may, express that to. See what I'm saying? It makes no sense to me. But I mean, I could be wrong. Y'all can direct me in the comments and let me know what y'all think about that. You know what I'm saying? Just let us know what y'all think about the First Amendment.
I want to know.
Are we losing it?
I want to know. Put it in there.
Well, we know you got to add President Trump to it because people are going to bring him in. Like it's on him.
Right.
He's trying to sue everybody for. He's on a comeback tour and try to get everybody that tried to impeach him and all this other stuff. You have the same right. You have the same right to go after the person that did you wrong, just as much as he does. So come on, be for real, y'all. Hit me up in the comments, though. I know you're gonna get me. I know you're gonna get me.
I want to know.
I just want to
know. I want to know.
For sure. Let us know what y'all think about this. This is interesting that people are saying we're losing it, but we got to be accountable for our actions too. Just like we don't get very many views, but hey, maybe it's because we don't say the right words.
We're gonna keep trying though, because we're gonna moving on up. Let's go.
For sure. Let us know in the comments. Anything else, bro?
Oh, you got it.
Oh man. Well, look, that's all we got, bro. Just hit the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. And if you're on your phone, hit that little hype button. Give us some points down there. Hype us up. Small channels. Hype us up. That's what I'm talking about.
Hype
and that's
me up.
The truth. Hey, baby.
Do something. Let's go.
For sure. Right below me, hey, we have a playlist of similar interests and social issues and things that you are interested into. Click on it.
And congregation, just where I'm pointing, this is what YouTube recommends for you to watch because of the content that you've seen of us. Click it.
For sure.
Watch
Do
it
it for us.
and
Below.
share it.